one thing we talk about a lot is, firing bullets and then maybe firing a cannonball later. I thought with the opening weekend, certainly the opening game, maybe a preseason rank, which we hadn't had, and obviously going up to number 10, there was probably a couple cannonballs fired, and there was probably a big target on our back, which we've kind of had, probably more medium-sized target at later junctures of the year. But we went down to Lipscomb, and that was, the biggest game they've had on their campus in their program's history, and they treat it like that, and we didn't. And I think every once in a while you have a game like that. And unfortunately, sometimes you need to, go through hell to get to heaven, so to speak, and I think we learned some lessons. As far as Sunday, I apologized to the guys the other day. I was pretty upset Sunday at halftime, pretty upset after the game. Thought we lacked some personality, but if you look at the video, we played well. We had command of the ball. We were sharp. We competed hard, and I think we just allowed some bad goals, which hasn't really happened. We haven't allowed 3 goals or more. That's only the second time we've done it in 6 years since I've been here. So, that stinks. But also, we were ready to play Saturday night. That was a Saturday night game. There was a big crowd here. We were ready to go. We were certainly, you could feel it in the locker room. Our team was ready to respond, and then have to pack up and come back at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. That changed the complexity of the game. Certainly impacted the home team more than the away team. But like I told the guys, Virginia Tech had to do the same thing. So sometimes, good management of bad experiences or bad moments can lead to great things and growth. And we sat down and did a lot of thumb pointing and a lot of, discussing how we train, how we prepare the team. And I think the biggest thing we came across is the personality team is A, and how we prepare the team has to be A. And just because we've done other things in the past doesn't mean that's going to work with this team. And certainly we had a good run. We went 16 games last year, and then 2 Big East games, 3 NCAA tournament games, 6 spring games, and then, probably 5 games this year without anything really hitting rock bottom. It's about 34 games we went, and we hit rock bottom, and we certainly had to regroup, and we pulled the rug up and, got some things out from underneath the rug, and sometimes it needs to be done. And the good thing is it took a year, and I told the guys hopefully it won't happen for another year. I think the funny thing with Cincinnati is they're probably, they were 2-0, now they're 2-2. They had a tough week last week, allowing 8 goals. What better time or what better opponent to reset, right the ship, and kind of get things together than us. We said the same thing about them. I think no matter how both of us are doing, in the past we've gone to this game unbeaten and sky high, and you throw the records out the window. And I think, we're going to have to rely on our system and being deliberate and being locked in and really winning key small moments versus I think Cincinnati with their athleticism and personnel are really capable of 1 or 2 big moments from an individual standpoint. So we have to go in and be ourselves. We have to out-team them. We have to stay in the moment. We have to stay composed. And we got to look at it as an opportunity to win a half or win 2 halves and go 1-0 rather than kind of taking everything that's happened, big picture and try to carry that into the game. We can't do that. I think we're going there on a Friday night. We've been fortunate now moving forward, and last year we have been able to play this game on a Friday or Saturday night, which I think helps the city, and you certainly see a lot of soccer people at this game that come out of the woodwork that aren't at every one of our games, and I think certainly people are watching, and I think the guys respond to that. Having said that, right now it's about our team, about internal motivation and motivating each other and playing for each other and playing for our program, and certainly some of the tradition and some of the responsibility of the tradition. I think the atmosphere and the energy will come out because of the opponent and because of the, the Friday night setting we have. But ultimately, if we're going to do what we want to do, we got to play for each other and, just have the same approach all the time and be more consistent with our mentality.